I mean, on the next episode, we start with Haru's backstory.
Yeah.
When she was in middle school.
Yeah.
And
a couple of other.
And how she had a friend. She had two friends, and
that's right.
they both went to again Hotaru's concert, and they're like, "I'm gonna be an idol."
Yeah.
And they join, and then it comes back to the present, and the CEO is like, "Oh, I guess you know the truth that Hotaru that Haru is not doing her best." Well, there's a reason behind that. It's like there's a drama. Turns out that she's like the best. Because in this time there's another big idol group.
That's right.
After Hotaru.
Yeah, High Rain, and they're like the top idol group. They're the cream of the crop. They're like the buzz at this time, and the CEO, she comes up and says, yeah, she used to be an idol member
of High Rain. And they give you like the rest of the story of how she was so good that made everyone in High Rain feel sorry for themselves.
Yeah,
pretty much like that. That's like
and despondent and dejected.
Yeah, just like that's the summary, because
it basically
just like just go watch it, because it's like
that's right.
And how Haru she entered High Rain with her best friend.
Yeah.
And her best friend, you know what?
She was the one kind of like.
I was kind of mad at that because.
Like, at the friend.
Yeah.
You know, I was a little bit mad too.
Because it's like, you know what? Haru was good.
She was
she was the best deal, and then the friend was like, "Why can't I be happy like Haru?" And then she saw Haru, because Haru spotted her crying. Then she saw Haru that she had spotted her crying, and she didn't do crap. And I was like,
nothing.
You little.
I know, right? And then, okay, well, here's the thing that happens because of that. And you're totally right. Like the friend, she was acting out, you know, of course she was very despairing that somebody else was better than her. And Haru was the best friend. But Haru took it hard herself. She basically quit being an idol. She decided that, but she didn't get mad or anything. She always, stayed positive and cheerful. But she thought it was best that she quit because she hurt other people with how good she was. And so we find out that is the reason. And then that's when she scouted to join teams.
Yeah, and her condition was like, okay, I'm gonna join this new idol group.
Yeah.
As long as they don't know my background.
Yeah.
And as long as I don't give my best effort, because I'm gonna hurt them. Which, in a way it's also okay, like you're good, but calm down.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, you're right. But
I mean, I understand it because it's like, oh, well, like I was in this big agency with very talented girls, and I made them cry because of how good I was.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's like, it was not her arrogance. It was like, well,
she was trying to be very empathetic and she was trying to feel for them, and she decided this would be the way that was the best way to resolve it, which
because like really her problem with the other agency didn't got resolved. Yeah. She just straight up quit.
Yeah, and that exactly.
Because she could have been the leader, or she could have become like a solo idol.
Yeah,
because of how good she was.
That group, yeah.
But it was high school, and as a high schooler, you were like a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah. So it's understandable. It's like It is not until you're an adult that it's like, there are better ways to go around things, but like
there are.
But I liked how they portrayed, like this teenage emotions.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's very raw. And it feels
like, oh,
so
it feels
real.
bad, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna run from it.
right.
Like, I don't want to face it.
Right. It's hard, and yeah, it was
And so
something
the
too hard
rest
for
of the
her.
girls now are like, oh, so she was holding back because she didn't want to hurt us.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel hurt. It was like,
Yeah. Because from that time forward, like once they knew the truth, no one really quits. But the thing, and the only reason Yukine and Momoji became like a separate temporary group,
yeah,
which is also still kind of interesting to me, but it's the way that they thought it would motivate Haru to put in her all to become rivals to teams, which didn't quite work. Yukine and Momoji, they still are working, but they never got good enough to be like better than Haru, which they had to admit. And ultimately, yeah, it ultimately ended back to Haru being willing to accept that now they know that. Oh, and also that's when they have that concert, and that's where Haru really puts in her all and like does her best and stuff. And then everybody's, all the rest of the group, they're backstage and they're all like, oh, all super tired, but Haru is just like standing there.
just chilling.
Just chilling, like not breathing heavy or anything. She's like really, really great. But they're all like there, and they're like, man, so that's your best. And they're all like, like I have a lot of room to grow, and I have a ton of stuff to work on. But I won't quit. Like I will like keep working on that gap in this group. And that was like Haru's turning point where now they know.
Yeah, I mean, and like, okay, yeah, that's a good power of friendship episode. It's like, that's possibly also one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, there you go.
How,
there
like,
you
then
go.
Haru breaks in tears because it's like, her friends acknowledge like, you're better than me. But it's like,
right.
Don't worry. It's like, you do your thing, we do our thing because we're things. Hey,
that's right. We're things. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's like,
it's
oh
so
yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. It's like, but a lot of times, even like adults, kids, or whatever, it's like when someone is better than you, it's like you get beater. Right. And a lot of times you don't want to acknowledge like, not even a rival, just like straight up like, oh, I don't care that you're better than me, and you go beater, instead of like nurturing each other.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the hardest part. Is like, okay,
that is.
I know that you're better than me, but that's something to work on. And that's also one of the things that I liked about anime. Because it's like anime, especially the sports one.
Oh, yes.
They always, or shonen, they always show this character that has the talent and this underdog character that has zero talent, but for what he lacks in talent, he has it in persistence.
Yeah, exactly. And there are so many shows like that, especially in those types of shows like shonen, and it's that real reason of like coming together. And the weakest person, they can still put in all of their effort and like be on the same team as the strongest OP character, because they're still like working on like either protecting someone or saving someone or whatever it may be, or winning. Yeah.